It's a night that'll go down in history, described as the night Nigerians in the diaspora, Nigerians here in London, came out in their thousands to show their support and solidarity with their brothers and sisters over in Nigeria in the fight against police brutality. It's no secret that London is home to many Nigerians in the diaspora. Many Nigerians in the United Kingdom call London home. So we can't be surprised when we see an outpour of love and support that we're seeing in Trafalgar Square.
Today's event is solely for, remembering those that have died, the victims of police brutality, SARS. Many of them have even died during this protest. During the beginning of this protest, we know that of Isiaq Jimoh, who was shot dead about a couple of days ago. So, I think it's important not to forget those guys, and also to let their parents and family know that, we are standing in solidarity with them, and we're also going to support the family in any way we can.
More than calling for the end of police brutality and the end of SARS, there's also calls for better governance from the top to the bottom.
Some of the state governors, I can say that confidently, they have made some efforts and we have made some progress in specific states. But the federal government, in the last 1 week, I haven't seen any, major commitments, any major, the Governors Forum actually said to the IG of police that changing SARS to SWAT, that it was early, that it shouldn't be done. And the police actually went on and made that move. So I honestly haven't seen what the police and the federal government have done in the last 1 week.
We spoke to many people in the crowds here to find out what their feelings are joining protests once again, and find out how they feel about the optimism they feel about what would happen, the change that they're calling for, how feasible that will be in the near future.
We've heard our government say before that they're going to put things into action, but it's never happened before. And that's why we're out here continuously protesting, because we've said this time, unless we see some action, we're not going to stop. We've heard it before many years back, 4 years ago, that they had reformed SARS, and we've heard the lies time and time again. I think we've all had enough of the audio promises, we've had enough of it, and we're waiting to kind of see action. So I think this time is very, very different. I think there is a pressure, there is a unity with everyone, and we're all working towards the same goal. So I think unless something changes, we're all going to be out here continuously.
As someone who loves being Nigerian and is proud to be Nigerian, I want to be proud of my country also. And we know that this is not an easy fight. We know that it needs global attention. And so we're standing with them in solidarity and hoping that this is the start of change to come.
We're here in the UK, we're the diaspora and so on. And a lot of people have the privilege to be abroad and do all that. But for me, I think it's necessary that in that position of privilege, we're able to say, listen, we stand with the nation. We are the nation. We are part of Nigeria. And what is wrong, and we need to stand up for what is right. So I think it was very critical that we're here today. I brought my little daughter here today to show her as well that, listen, at whatever age you are, we take the fight to a certain point. After that, you continue the fight. But hopefully we don't have to fight forever. All we're asking for is decency, for people to have a good standard of living in a country that has the potential to give that.
In addition to that, being able to see so much light under a blanket of darkness on this cold October evening, it was quite moving to feel that though there is the undercurrent of rage and anger and disappointment in Nigeria's political systems, in Nigeria's police structure, there is also a feeling of so much sadness, disappointment too, when people think about the lives that have been lost as a result of police brutality. There was a moment in the procession there during the vigil where the names of the victims who have lost their lives as a result of run-ins with SARS was called out. And of course, there was definitely hymns being sung, prayers from Christian and Islamic denominations, all being made, all being appreciated and worshipped in this gathering of love and support. This feeling isn't weighing down. People say that they will continue fighting, that they are in this for the long haul. They don't see their decisions to come out and call for change ending until the change that they're calling for begins to materialize into real action.
Make Nigeria work for Nigerians. We need a Nigeria that works for Nigerians and not that Nigerians work for the government. We don't do that. So do your job.
So shame on every single member of government who has ignored the plight of their people, ignored the basic necessities, the basic rights as human beings that we need in Nigeria. It's a big shame, and to think that we've just celebrated turning 60 years, it's just such a shame.
I'm really happy with what's going on here. In London, we'll keep watching, we'll keep protesting, we'll keep doing everything. Shout out to everybody who has come out, everybody doing different things in different cities of London. You see Coventry, Birmingham, Manchester, everybody's coming out. So they need to listen. They don't have any choice but to listen and act.
And that continues to be the consensus here. We are ready to go as far as we will. We're ready to do as much as we can to make sure that the change that we want to see from Nigeria is realized. Those are the words from the people there. And more than just being protesters, these are human beings in another country calling for change for the better in their home country.